Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Breakfast and Business. Sorry, we're a couple of minutes late, a few connectivity issues this morning, but as you know, we will be here Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m. UK time. The opportunity for you to come and learn something brand new for business. Now, it might be reminding you of something you already know, but it's about helping you to be reminded and to go and put it into practice. Maybe you have already got the idea, but you need that nudge, you need a bit of a suggestion, you need to be reminded to go and put it into practice. So maybe it's brand new, maybe it's something you've never heard before, but Breakfast and Business has a common topic for the whole week. So the whole week is all one topic, and then we break it down into the different elements of that topic to make it super easy for you to go and implement. Information isn't where the magic happens, it's implementation is where the magic happens. Just come off an amazing call with Rachel Wymark, talking about consistency and showing up and making sure that we're consistently doing things. Amazing conversation this morning. Rachel, thanks so much for your time today. But I want to talk to you today. This week's whole subject has been all around productivity. And today we're going to talk about repurposing. I want you to make the most to make the best use of your time. I want you to get the most out of your most valuable asset of time. So if you're brand new to Breakfast and Business, don't forget we're here Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. UK time. So you can tune in live or catch it on the replay. And as you come in, let me know if you're live or on the replay, and also where you're tuning in from. So we really want to get to know you. We want to help you, and we want to help you to really get traction in your business, to get better results. And if you get involved, if you answer the questions, if you take part in these sessions, you're going to get loads more out of Breakfast and Business. It's active participation. So as we go through this, here's how to get involved. There's a couple of quick things that I'm going to ask you to do, and we suggest you do this on Breakfast and Business every time you tune in. So when you come in, firstly, let us know if you're live or on the replay and where you're tuning in from. We want to get to know you a little bit better, know what areas we're reaching so that we know the impact that we're having. Also, use the tools within the platforms. If you're watching on a specific platform, so if you're on Instagram or Periscope, you guys have got hearts, so feel free to use those tools there. On YouTube, make sure you use the thumbs up icons there. On Facebook, you've got a whole load of reactions that you guys can use, but across the platforms, use the tools, or across all the different platforms, use the emojis, red, yellow, or orange emojis up on screen when it makes sense, when you're following along, when you agree with what I'm saying. Show me visually on screen that it makes sense to you. I want to know that you're getting it, and if you're not, let's go back through. Let's help you to understand better how to implement whatever I'm teaching you for that day. So Breakfast and Business is about active participation. The one other thing that I'm going to ask you to do is, if you ever get value from Breakfast and Business, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone else. Share the broadcast to your wall, to your group, to your business page. Send it as a text or WhatsApp. Send it as an email even to your friends, your contacts, your connections. And let's pass this out. Let's be a little ripple that turns into a big wave of help for people in business who need access to the support, the encouragement, the help. And everything I'm teaching is from practical application. It's from our own experience. I want you to take this away and really understand that there's so much power in taking lots of small actions. A good friend of mine, Lee Jackson, who's on a little bit of a hiatus because he's due to have a baby anytime now. One of the big things he talks about all the time is about small, achievable actions. Quite often things can become overwhelming, and when it comes to being productive, it's important that you identify how you can show up better, how you can stay consistent, how you can get more done in less time. And sometimes it's just simply breaking it down into smaller tasks, spreading it out, and doing those small, achievable actions. So I want to encourage you today to not become overwhelmed. I want to encourage you to become more productive. Now, every day throughout the week, we go through a different part of increasing your productivity. Monday, we covered having a mindset for productivity. How do you approach everything? How do you look at everything in a way to assess whether or not you can make it more productive? And if so, how do you go about doing it? Tuesday was all about planning. So once you realize there's a potential there, you then have to put a plan in place to implement that change in your productivity, to improve that productivity through the systems and processes you're using. Wednesday was tools, so we did a deep dive into tools yesterday, a slightly longer broadcast, and by slightly I mean it was literally double the length, and I didn't even scratch the surface on some of the tools that are available to you, but have had so much good feedback for that. We're probably going to do a deep dive session on productivity tools, so if you'd like to know about that, type the word productivity, big bold letters, down in the comments, and I'll send you some details as we do more around productivity. Something I love, shaving seconds and minutes off of tasks, because cumulatively all of those small amounts of time add up, and over the year you literally gain back days, weeks, or even months of time that you didn't even realize that you were inefficiently using in the first place. Today's all about repurposing your content. So how do we repurpose things to make it more efficient? So do something once, get the results multiple times. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the processes. So today we're talking about the repurposing and the practical application, but tomorrow we're going to talk about all of the processes to make yourself more efficient and more productive. And then Saturday is a big one. Please, if you've had any value from anything Breakfast and Business, if you've enjoyed the productivity series, tune in Saturday morning at 8 a.m. I know it's a weekend, but tune in at 8 a.m. on Saturday, because we've got a productivity challenge. I want to see you increase your productivity by a huge amount, not just a small amount. I want you to have a huge amount of improvement in your productivity. So please do get involved. Please do take part in that challenge. It's about active participation. We set it as a challenge so that it's small, achievable actions that you can take and they're practically applied. I'm giving you the advice day to day, but we are actually going to share with you on Saturday a challenge that will increase your productivity within your business, and some of the elements apply to your personal life as well. So let me know if you're going to be in on Saturday. Type the word Saturday or challenge down below, just so that I know that you're going to be here. Now, today is all about repurposing. A lot of people fall into the trap when they're doing things within a business that they do things multiple times that they don't need to do. So think about any task, any given task in your day for your business that you could make an easily repeatable task. Is there anything that you could change and you could repurpose so that you don't need to do it multiple times? Now, before I dive into this fully, I'm going to say a quick few hellos. It's all about the community. It's all about you guys who tune in every day, Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m. And I want to say hi to all the people who have bothered to tune in live this morning. Bev Hepting in nice and early, first in there. Chris calling me out. Yes, I was a little bit late. I had a couple of technical issues this morning, but thank you so much for being in here. Yep, absolutely busy working since before 6 a.m. Chris actually messaged me at 6 a.m. this morning asking how I was doing, and I literally sent him back a picture of me inside of a meeting. So thanks, Chris, for checking in this morning. Good to see you. Bev, good to have you in on the live. Chris coming in live and direct. John Kellett live from Kettering. Fantastic to have you. Chris coming in from Melksham. Got people on the Isle of Wight coming in as well. Great to have you guys all tuning in. Now, the reason that we get you to actively participate is so we can get to know you. We want to help you. We want to support you more specifically for your individual businesses. Now, obviously, there's loads of general advice we can give you, but we want to give you more specific advice to your business. So the more information you can share with us, the better we can help you. Now, if you're happy to and you're prepared to do it, please in the comments let me know what your business does. Like, what do you do to serve your customers and clients? Remember, we talk about solutions-based products and services built within an ecosystem. I want to know what the products and services are that you provide to customers. Obviously, you might have a wide range, but just pick one or two so that we can get a good overview of what the businesses are that are in the group today, so that I can help you a little bit better than just generic advice. We want to help those who are here live and those who watch on the replay. You guys can benefit from the conversations that we have throughout these Breakfast and Business sessions. Remember that it's about half an hour, 8 a.m. Monday through Saturday. If you want to join us live, you can grab us on Instagram Live, you can get us on Twitch, you can get us on Twitter and Periscope, you can get us on Facebook, and you can get us on YouTube. You can find them across all the platforms as ImTristanG. Please do connect on those platforms, subscribe, follow, give it a like, whatever the nature of the platform is, and get connected. We want to help you I want to help you to connect and not miss any of this content. Again, productivity. Give it a follow, turn on notifications, and make sure that you get the updates every time we go live as the reminder. We know that life can get in the way, and sometimes we just need that little bell to go off, or an alarm or a notification, just to remind us that we're meant to be doing something. In fact, something that I've been talking with Rachel about this morning, about the productivity of having the reminder to make sure that you do the things, even if you know you need to do them. There's no harm in getting a reminder. If you want the reminders, make sure that you go to the events. There's an event on Facebook and one on LinkedIn that you can go to, and 2 actions to take there. One is say you're attending, get involved in the conversation and the discussion threads on those platforms for the Breakfast and Business event for the week. We do one for the week with all of the things we're going to cover, and we drop all the links in there as well, so you can find the links quickly and easily. But also share it with someone else. Give it a quick invite, share the event, give people an opportunity to get involved as well. So today, all about repurposing. Lots of people fall into the trap within their business of not looking at how they can repurpose things. So I'm going to give you an example. We're obviously, the obvious example for us is around content. Like, so if you were going to create a video or do a live similar to what I'm doing here, how can I leverage my time that I spend here? So I spend 30 minutes here on a live. What can I do after that? How can I repurpose it? How can I get the most out of the 30 minutes that I've spent live with you, connecting and sharing and helping you? I want to get the most out of that time. Time is your most valuable asset. So how do you leverage it best? Well, there's a few things I could do with that. I could download that video, which StreamYard allows me to do because it takes a recording. Instagram allows me, when I finish on the broadcast, to download that. So I have a landscape and a portrait version. I might even be able to cut it together and use some parts of this video in both formats, both portrait and landscape, to create another piece of content. So I might take a small snippet as a teaser and put that out on social later to encourage people to come back and watch this content again. Maybe I'll take some of the key points from Breakfast and Business today about productivity to bring those back to the forefront and to share that with a new audience in a new place. Maybe I'll put it in my Instagram feed as a specific piece of advice rather than just a 30-minute broadcast on IGTV. Maybe I'll reshare that content in my social feeds on Facebook and Twitter. The nature of these being that I'm trying to give people another opportunity and another way to connect and consume. It's not just about content though when we're talking about repurposing. How many of you get asked the same questions by lots of different customers and clients? Right? If you do, little hands up emoji, little thumbs up emoji, something like that down in the comments to show me that you get asked the same question multiple times by customers in your business. Now, if you don't, I'm pretty sure that something is not quite right, because pretty much every business gets asked the similar questions throughout every day, every week, every year. You get similar questions throughout. I know this from experience dealing with businesses in lots of different industries, but let me know if you can identify with that. Red, yellow, orange emojis, thumbs up, little hands up emojis. Let me know that you experience that within your business, because we're going to deep dive how you can deal with that and how you can use repurposing as a way to make that process of helping those people more productive. If you get questions in your business that are things that you hear on repeat, so Bev is saying it's not a question, but it's a statement. I hate public speaking. So if there are things that people that you serve identify with, if there are questions they ask, if there are statements that they make, if there are things that they say, you can utilize that for your business to make it more productive, to make it more efficient. You need to speak to your customers in their language. Bev giving this example of the fact that people say, I hate public speaking. Here's something that you need to be aware of, is as you're going to talk to your customers, as you're going to talk to your audience and potential people that you might do business with, they speak in a certain way. They use certain language. There's phrases that they resonate with that they can really identify with as being something that talks directly to them. So there, where Bev's talking about people saying, I hate public speaking, We had a conversation yesterday, I think, where we were discussing that right now we're in a time where the nature of the people that Bev's serving, who are trying to be better public speakers, trying to articulate better, get their message refined, and to deliver a better communication method, talking about that now in the current climate, the wording needs to change, because we're talking about presenting, we're talking about appearing on video, we're talking about like getting on video calls and things like that. And that's the nature of the conversations and the search that people will be doing, is how to look more professional on camera. It will be how to present better video conferences, those kinds of conversations. They're still the same skill set, they're still the same things, but she can create content around that. Now, what do I mean when you're getting these questions or these statements and talking to people in that language is, when someone's going to ask you a question consistently, lots of people are going to ask the same question, you're going to have to answer it over and over and over again. Or alternatively, you can create valuable resources. This is something Daniel Priestley swears by in his book 24 Assets, which I highly recommend getting on Audible or on a physical book if you're more like Louisa than I am. Then you can listen or read through that and have a look and look at the 24 assets that make up a really good business. But he talks about creating these valuable assets that you can give to people, their videos, their podcasts, their blogs. They're the content that make up the helpful information that helps people to get to the best place to do business with you. So if you want to help and serve your customers, your clients, your prospects, the people interested in your business, the people who have found you through search or through recommendations, then create good content that you can provide to them. If people are asking the same question over and over, rather than your time to answer those questions, invest your time in creating a resource that you can then share with them. So if people want to know about what kit we use, for example, you can go to itsnomad9.com/recommendations, and that will show you the kit that we use, the kit we recommend. There's a book list on there. There's all the things that we recommend. We create it once and we can use it multiple times. The same as the videos that you create can be used multiple times in multiple different formats. Maybe you'll even reshare the whole of the first video. It's not always about taking that content, re-editing it and putting it in a new format. You might literally reshare the same content again. Why? Because when you reshare content that's been on social media already, it retains its social proof. If you're getting this, if you're understanding, drop the red, yellow, or orange emojis, use the features of the platform and show me that this makes sense to you. When you realize that you can do tasks once and get the result more than once, your time is becoming more productive. You have to understand that it is an opportunity for you to do something once, get multiple results, and that is by nature becoming more productive. How can you answer a question that someone has via a video or a blog or a download or a white paper, whatever it is? Can you create a resource that you can then utilize more than once? Can you create that digital asset to serve you and your customers? If it's serving them, it is serving you, because it is saving you time on having even more conversations. You've got to look at how you can repurpose the questions that your customers give you. They are literally a source of information on how you can show up better for your customers and clients. If they ask you questions, go and answer them. Another fantastic book recommendation for you is They Ask You Answer. Go check it out. Really, really good book. It basically, the emphasis of the book is so many people wrap everything up and they complicate things and they're scared to answer questions. But the people who put out the content that answers the questions that people have online are the people who win the business. Like, this is creating blogs, this is podcasts, this is video content, this is social media updates. The things that you put out should answer the questions that people have, and it should be adding value. It should be a solutions-based piece of content. So think about how you show up online, how you provide value, what your question you're answering, what value you're delivering. Great to have you in, Ella, tuning in over here on Instagram. Kavitha coming in from London as well over on Instagram. Great to have you in. Bev saying loves to repurpose, but then I'm a bit lazy and want to make things easier. There's nothing lazy about being productive. It's actually about an efficiency. It's about raising your game and raising the level at which your business operates. The more time you spend repurposing, the less time you have to spend doing the same tasks in the future. So think about that for a minute. If you can do a task once and use it 100 times, how much time are you saving? I want to give you back time. We can't create time, but what we can do is become more efficient and more productive. And that's the whole emphasis of this week, is increasing our productivity. So please think about how you can utilize this methodology that we're sharing with you. How do you repurpose questions that people have for you and the answers that you're going to give them? They ask, you answer. Go and put it into practice and create a video, a podcast, a blog, a social media update, and like create resources and digital assets like Daniel Priestley talks about in your business that you can then utilize to serve those people who come along in the future and ask that question. If they're going to have a question, if they need help with something, and you've got a resource that will help them, you're also going to build exactly what today's t-shirt talks about, is trust equity. You want people to build trust in you, your business, your brand, your services, your products, and you can only do that by helping them. You need to show up, you need to help people, you need to answer questions, and the more value you can provide them up front, the easier it is going to be to do business with people. In the sales process, there are 4 main things that make a sales process, and it's the right solution for the right person at the right time with ease of access to information. The ease of access to information comes from that blog, that podcast, that social media update, that video that you created, that digital asset and that resource that you invested time in creating. It doesn't have to be super complicated. You can literally just grab your mobile phone and go live, record a video, grab a voice note, create that resource once and use it multiple times. Answer your customers' questions. Yes, it's content, but the content side is the digital asset. It is the resource that is going to save you time in the future. If you create it once, you can use it multiple times. If you create a bigger piece of content, you can actually break it down and use it not just in its own raw format, just like these are 30 minutes. I might take a 10-second, 15-second chunk of it and put it out as a part of a story on another platform. Maybe it'd go to Snapchat, maybe it'd go across to something like TikTok, maybe it'd go into the Twitter feed. I might use it in multiple different ways by repurposing, actually editing it and changing it. Yes, there's a small extra investment of my time, my most valuable asset, but I'm also creating more digital assets that can be used and repurposed. Now, once you've got that content, how do you get it out there? How do you push it out? How do you make the best use of your time? Well, you could show up on every platform, you could be posting it natively, and you could be going in there. And there is a whole nother conversation around native or scheduled, which we're not going to get into today. But if you are creating a massive wealth of content and you need to push it out, are you using a platform to help you to do that? I want to make a recommendation to you today that you go and have a little look. You can use itsnomad9.com/try Agora Pulse, and you can try for 2 months to go and try scheduling your content out and having it automated. It's going to save you the time of showing up. Now, when you get there, it's completely free for 2 months. You can go there. It's a page that we've got with Agora Pulse that will help you to go and test and try the platform. Don't see it just as a social scheduling platform. It has way more features and functionality that will help you to track, to run reports, to do tracking and monitoring of the things that are going on social that matter to your business. But the reason I'm encouraging you to use this is, since we've used Agora Pulse, we've saved a massive amount of time. If I want to put 100 images out on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, I can literally put 100 images in one go and get those scheduled out in literally a matter of minutes. So think about how you're using the content or the digital assets that you're creating to put them out online so that they're accessible to people. The right solution for the right person at the right time with ease of access to information. The right solution in the moment might be the answer to the question that they've got that you are currently answering. You might be providing that through the ease of access to information being a podcast or a blog or a video or a live, just like Breakfast and Business at 8 a.m. Monday through Saturday. It's there as a digital resource for you to tap into and to access. I appreciate you guys being a part of this community and being here. But this week is all about raising your productivity. I want you to leave this week more productive than you came into it. And that's usually people come in Monday morning, and Mondays are usually for most people not the best day of the week, and they're probably not feeling the most productive. For me, Monday is one of my best days of the week. Why? Because my mindset tells me about that, and I help myself get into the right place to get the most out of the week. So how you approach things will ultimately impact the outcomes that you get. So today, all about repurposing. This whole week is all about productivity, raising your efficiency and getting more done in less time. If you can get more done in less time, you can either claim that time back to take time out, or you can get more done across the time that you have allocated. So if you have a 40-hour work week, for example, and you can get more done per hour, your output will go up. The other way you could take it is that you can keep your output the same and spend less time doing it and take more time out. Whichever way you choose to use the time is up to you. But if you implement the things we're teaching you all the way throughout this week for breakfast and business, you will get lots of time back. You'll be saving time. You'll be improving your productivity, your efficiency. You'll be getting more done. And ultimately, this will also help you grow your business, because the less time it takes you, the more you can get done, or the more time you can take out to refresh, reflect, and refine your business. Productivity is about taking small, consistent actions every day to improve the process, to create digital assets, to serve your customers, your audience, your clients, your prospects, the people finding you, being referred to you and discovering you. But you have to be consistent, and you have to take regular, small action. It's not a huge, overwhelming task. It is small, regular actions that will show up in your world as a level of productivity and efficiency increase. So I hope that by the end of this week, you've increased your productivity massively. Please, on Saturday, join us at 8 a.m. for the productivity challenge. I'm going to be setting you some specific tasks for you to go and do, so that we can look at improving your productivity. I'm going to get you involved. If you want in on that and you want a reminder, type the word challenge in big capital letters in the comments so that I can go through the comments, grab your name, and make sure that you get a message and a reminder for the challenge on Saturday. We're going to show you how to raise your productivity, irrespective of business, irrespective of what you do, where you're based. We're going to show you some real key tips, and we're going to recap on the stuff we've talked about throughout the week to help you implement. Remember, information isn't where the change happens and where the impact is made. The implementation is where that happens. So please get involved. Saturday morning, 8 a.m. We're going to be doing the productivity challenge. We did a digital marketing challenge a while back, got some incredible results and some amazing feedback from the people who took part in that challenge. But this one is about productivity. It applies to lots of different areas of your business. I hope you guys are going to get involved. Can't wait to share more of that with you. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about better processes. If you've already got the mindset from Monday, you've thought about the planning from Tuesday, you've looked at the tools that we went through on Wednesday. By the way, that is a killer broadcast. Go back to Wednesday. We've deep dived into actually raising some of your productivity through the tools. So we showed you the tools that we're using. Today, all about repurposing. So getting the most out of the things that you're already doing or that you should be doing, and then repurposing them to get the most out of them. Tomorrow is all about the process on how to pull all of that together. And then Saturday, putting it into practice. Implementation day, Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Yes, it's a weekend, but trust me, a small investment of time on Saturday might save you a whole wealth of time over the coming year. You guys are incredible. Thank you for hanging out for breakfast and business again this morning. Sorry we were running a few minutes late when we got on this morning, a few technical issues at the beginning, but you guys are incredible for your patience, for your encouragement, for your support, for being part of an incredible business community looking to move their business forward every single day through small actions that are easy to achieve, but cumulatively have an amazing impact on your business. I love to hear your feedback. I love to have your comments. Feel free to comment below the video where you're watching, or drop me a message as ImTristanG across all the socials. Be sure to give it a like, a follow, a subscribe. Make sure that you share this with someone else. Don't keep it to yourself. This is about helping yourself and helping those around you to get better results. Productivity is the one thing that will help every other area of your business. If you can improve your efficiency and productivity, you'll get more done in less time, you'll get better results, and ultimately it will change the way you do your business and live your life moving forwards. Thanks so much for tuning in for Breakfast and Business. All that's left for me to say is please connect with me as I'm Tristan G across all the socials. Feel free to ask me questions in my inbox, comment on the videos, on the content, give it a share, pass it on to other people, and thank you so much for being part of Breakfast and Business. All that's left to say for this broadcast is have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will see you guys again tomorrow at 8 a.m. to help you create the processes to put everything else that we've talked about into practice. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll see you at 8 a.m. again tomorrow.